I told you before the commercial break, I'd like to tell you that story, if you don't mind. Finish that story about my dad. He, he was obviously getting Alzheimer's. He swamped the boat, which is not like him. I think he forgot to take the strap off. So when he backed down the ramp, the strap was holding the boat to the trailer and just went over it, and he swamped the boat, and that's not like him, stuff like that. But anybody out there that has any problem or or any experience with people with Alzheimer's, it's tough in the beginning because especially with my dad, he's a very independent man. I mean, his whole life, and he's a leader, man. And all of a sudden he's suddenly not. It doesn't work like that. Just like you just don't jump into Alzheimer's, you slowly go into it. So you got to kind of feel it out. Jeez, I put him in that deer hunting stand 15 feet in the air, and he had Alzheimer's. It was the year after this. I mean, it was the story I'm about to tell you. So I go, Dad, he goes, hey, we're going hunting this year? Because I live in Minnesota, so it cost me like $170 or something for an out-of-state license. And I go, yeah. I always want to do stuff. That's our time together. Our main time together is deer hunting. Every year, no matter where I live, I come back and go deer hunting with him. And he couldn't figure out where to go, which is not like him. No choices even. I go, Dad, let's just go up to Siren. I said, we've had some good luck up there. Siren, Wisconsin. And he goes, no, hell no. I don't like it up there, hunting up there. I said, you don't? I said, you've gotten deer there. I've gotten a deer there. A couple of them. Well, I don't understand. And he says, no, they're shooting too early in the morning. I go, really? I said, I don't remember that. I said, you've hunted up there more than me, but he goes, yes. They're shooting before the sun comes up. They're shooting. I'm like, oh. I said, all right. I said, well, let's think of a place. You think and I'll think. I'll give you a call later this week. I'm over at his house. This is like 2 weeks before deer hunting. We know we're going to go. It's just where. So a week later, I call him up and I'm like, hey, yeah. I said, where do you want to hunt? He goes, I don't know. It's just not like him. So I go, I really want to go to Siren. And I go, Dad, let's just go to Siren. And I said, we know the land. I said, I haven't been up there in a long time. I said, just please, can we go up there? And he's like, all right. So we went there. Got a motel. And we went out to eat for fish and everything on Friday night, and that was good. And all these hunters, with the orange hats on, coats, and they just flood the restaurants and the bars up there. And we fit right in. So all of a sudden, he sets the alarm, and we go to sleep, and lights goes out. He goes, let's get to sleep early. We got a big day tomorrow, opening day. And I go, all right, that's fine. I'm tired. I'll go. So we went to bed like 9:30 at night. So we shut everything down. All of a sudden, within 1 minute after all the lights go off, all of a sudden I hear this. Waves. Well, it didn't sound like that to me. That's what it ended up being. And I go, what's that? I thought my dad had a radio over there and he couldn't get it tuned in. He had a wave machine or something. And I go in the dark. I'm like, is that you? What the hell's going on? And he goes, oh yeah, I can't sleep without these waves. I go, waves? I go, it sounds like just a bunch of static. Waves of static. And he goes, no, it's waves. Helps me sleep. I go, Dad, I'm the ones with the sleeping problem. I said, I can't sleep like this. I said, I got that sleep apnea. I've got, I have night terror. I've got I've just always, he knows too. He's, I got some stories about, I got some stories about night terror also that you might be interested in when I'm younger. He knows, and all my friends know. They've all witnessed all kinds of stuff, but that'll be my night terror episode. We'll have to do that. So somebody go, you got to turn that off. I go, I'm sorry, just please. I said, I will not be able to sleep with that static. He goes, all right. And he shut it off. My dad has like this alarm clock that you wind up and just really loud and obnoxious. And I'm like, oh God, I just hate being woke up like that. Just anything obnoxious just kind of sets you in the wrong way. So he goes, it's time to get up. I'm like, yeah, obviously. So then he's up. I go, Dad, are you going to take a shower? And he's like, no, I took one last night. And I go, all right. I said, do you need to get in the bathroom before I get in there? I said, can I get in there right? I have to have a shower. Well, you took one last night. I go, I know it. I said, but I want to take another one this morning. I got to get woke up. I'm already irritated about that alarm clock going off. And it's, it's like 4:30 in the morning or whatever. And we got about a half hour to drive to the stand, and then we got to get ready and then be out there, half hour, an hour before it gets light. So we go out there. We argue a bit about my shower, take my shower, we already had sandwiches made up that night, grabbed all our stuff, and on with the road we were on, and we're cruising to, half hour drive or something like that to where we had to go. My dad drove. It's dark out. He did fine, and he's not talking that much and junk. And when we get there, it was just pitch black, and it's not like that. A lot of times in the morning, like an hour, half hour before it gets light, you can kind of see where, where the sun's going to come up. It's not up at all, but yet it's just not so pitch black. So I look at my phone and I set the ringer, to look at my phone and stuff, and I kept my ringer off because we're going to go hunting. But I wanted to see if I had any messages because my ringer was off. I look at the phone. We're supposed to be out there like at that time 4:30, 4:45. It's 3:30. 3:30 in the morning. And I go, Dad, it's 3:30 in the morning. He goes, what? I go, it's 3:30 in the morning. And he's just staring at me like, yeah? I go, 3:30. We should be out here at 4:30, 4:45. What's going on? Wait. Oh, yeah, I must not have set my, the clock right. And I go, yeah. I go, man, Dad, I said, now we got, what are we gonna do now? And he goes, well, opens up his door. She's like this, and I'm over here. I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, well, I'm gonna get ready to go hunting, get my stuff on. I go, Dad, close the door. He closed the door. I said, you want to go out there? I mean, an hour before. I mean, you'll be sitting in the dark for an hour and a half. Hour and 45 minutes. I said, you want to go? I don't want to sit out there. It's cold out and junk. And he's like, all right, well, let's tilt our seats back and just rest. And I go, all right, let's do that. So we shut the WCCO radio off, and he just kept the vehicle idling, and we leaned back. We're both sitting there, and he's like, 5 minutes later of silence, he goes, oh, this is nice to relax. And I sit up and I'm like, yeah, real nice, this is awesome. And he didn't even smile, he just was like serious. And I'm like, this is not like him. And he would have been hard on himself for that, because he's hard on me for stuff like that. If I would have set that alarm, but he was in the state, with Alzheimer's. I think if I would have set the alarm and that happened, he'd probably do the same thing and be like, oh, this is nice. No big deal. So